Hi everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout to share for GoGo Shopaway. For anyone who doesn't know, GoGo Getaway have opened a new online shop called GoGo Shopaway, and this is my first layout made for GoGo Shopaway as part of the design team, and I am using the very beautiful Jen Hadfield Stardust collection. So, historically, Jen Hadfield collections are not always my favourite, but this one is really pretty, much more me, and I've really enjoyed making some layouts with it so far. So I am playing around with this piece of paper today. You can see it has all the swirls on it. Now, this is actually the B side. I think the A side is a really pretty pink rainbow print. So don't you just hate it when that happens and you're completely torn between both sides of the paper? In that situation, sometimes I buy two sheets. But this paper was just crying out to be cut apart and distressed and stuck back together again, which is exactly what I've done. But the other side was so pretty, such a pretty rainbow print that I was a bit gutted not to use it. However, you can see that I've got the top section, I've cut away of the pattern, so I'm going to leave some white space at the top of my layout. So that means I do have that piece of rainbow print left over that is highly likely to find its way onto another layout at some point. So all is not lost. Okay, so I have just cut down the lines and I am going to distress that with a pair of scissors, and then I'm going to stick each of the pieces back together onto the layout. It reminds me of waves. I know they're not traditional colours of waves, but my husband, I've got this fabulous photo of my husband on a boat, driving the boat. I'm not sure he was actually allowed to drive or whether he was just posing. But either way, it's a great photo and it needed to be scrapped. So there we go. I am now putting that layout back together, leaving a small gap in between each of those waves there. And then that leaves me with the top section of the layout white, which gives me some white space. There's also some fairly pale parts of the big waves. Also, the big waves are plain rather than patterned, which helps it not look quite so busy. So what I did there was I just tacked all of those pieces back into position, basically to make sure that I got the spacing right. Sometimes when you've cut away part of a page, it doesn't necessarily match back up again perfectly. So I just like to tack it into position first. I've just put a smaller bit of tape on each one so that it holds, and then I can easily remove them again. And now I'm just sticking them down properly. You can see I'm doing that with my my tape runner. So there we go. They're all going back into position, all distressed. I love the look like this. Yeah, that's all stuck down. So it was a little bit sticky there, so just rubbing that off. Just adding some additional texture by roughing up those edges even more now that they're stuck, just with my fingernails, and just making bigger, not tears, but bigger like sections of distress in some places, just to give a bit of extra interest here and there. So just going along and doing that with all of the rows. What I should say right now is that when I was making this layout, I was actually away on a scrappy holiday with some friends. I went for a whole week. It was completely awesome. Hey no-nos. And we had a great time. However, I managed to forget all of my Bramble Fox embellishments, which was really annoying because I have a whole box that I want to get used and put onto layouts. So the first part of this video, or almost to the end, goes, and I have a title in place. But I knew I had a great Bramble Fox perspective at home that would be ideal for my title. So I went ahead and made the layout without it. But when I got home, I rearranged it slightly in order to put that on. Just thought I'd explain the reason why if I get to the end of the video and I haven't got enough time to explain that. But that's why, because I forgot all of my embellishments, and then I had to, which is very annoying, very unlike me to do something like that. But there you go. I added them later, but there you go. That's okay. It's a good solution, isn't it? So yeah. Right. So what I'm doing here is I'm now just trying to add some embellishments to this layout. So I've got my one single photo. It's good that he's looking in the right direction. I would have been a bit upset if he was around the other way, or I possibly wouldn't have done this design, I suppose, if he was. I've just put a foam sticky frame behind the photo, and I've mounted my photo onto a piece of pink paper. And the foam frame is from the foam thickers. So you know that in a lot of American crafts collections we have so instead of alphabet thickers, we also have regular we also have icon thickers or phrase thickers. Well, these I think are officially the phrase thickers, but they're more like icons because they have a lot more on them than just phrases. So I've got the frame. It's not a chipboard frame. It's a foam frame behind the photo, and then over on the rest of the layout, I'm adding some other bits and pieces from that sheet as well. So the yellow "Oh yeah" is a foam phrase. I've got the word "fresh," that's from there as well, and a postage stamp that says "smile" with some flowers on it. They're all from that set. I've also used to the bottom left of my photo, I've used a rosette. I love rosettes. They're one of my favourite embellishments, but I usually make them myself. However, the Jen Hadfield Stardust collection has a whole set of them that are pre-made. So I was like, happy days. I'm really able to get on board with that. I was really happy to have those, and I've used most of them already. I put one there. This layout isn't particularly floral, but I was happy with that there. I mean, it is a flower because it's got leaves on it, but you know, a rosette is fine too. So then I've just added that little laugh out loud piece of ephemera. I've got in the moment, I've got fun, I've got blue skies ahead, cool, and I've added a heart. That's from the sticker sheet. And I'm just adding some, that's the sticker book there, just adding some little bits and pieces from the sticker book. So I've just added a butterfly, although I think that's ephemera. Little silver details in the sticker books. I think the American craft sticker books, they went a bit funny for a while, but now they are a lot better, as in there's lots of pages. They're mostly cardstock stickers. Some are see-through transparent ones, but most of them are cardstock stickers, which is what I prefer. And we have a good mix of icons and phrases and words and borders, so all sorts of things in there. I think they're actually a really good value package. You get so many stickers in there. They're also quite small, which is ideal for me. I love small embellishments because I feel that I need a mix. So if I'm using ephemera tends to be quite big. So then to have something that's smaller, it complements that well, because I like to have a range of big embellishments, medium embellishments, small embellishments. So therefore, I regularly reach to a sticker book for smaller items. Little word and phrase stickers are always in there, always in those. So that's what I have done there. Just added another sticker there that I've added, the little heart on the white section. Because there weren't many like white embellishments, it was hard for me to, I'm trying to embellish colour on colour, you see. So I was struggling to find things in the same colour as that white wave. But I just about managed it. I found a few bits and pieces, nothing huge. I'm just going to continue to add little bits and pieces, butterfly up there. The silver detail stickers from the sticker book, a star and two little diamonds. And then I'm going to the enamel shapes. Now, the enamel shapes are very small. Again, that makes my heart happy because I like to have small bits and pieces on my layouts. And there's 2 sheets in that pack, so not just 1 sheet, 2 sheets. So I've stuck a number of the pink ones on the pink areas, and I've stuck some of the green ones on the green areas and some of the yellow ones on the yellow areas. I didn't want to use the whole pack or the whole sheet on one layout, so I have just put a few on each. Just writing my journaling, using the lines on the layout for guidance. So I've written the first line of journaling on the pink section above the line, and the second line of journaling on the green section just below the line. So I had something to follow. So that all fits in quite nicely. And then I wanted to add some sequins to some of those areas I was basically aiming to fill in one or two of the waves with some smaller embellishments. And like I said, I didn't want to use the entire pack of Enamel Shapes. So I just grabbed out some sequins, Spiegelmom Scraps sequins, and just sprinkled those, the pink ones, onto the pink section. There you go. And they're going to obviously get all of those stuck down in a moment. Then I thought about going for the other sections as well, but actually decided against it and decided it might be a bit too busy if I had literally sequins everywhere. Although it would be quite nice, and maybe I should do that on a different layout. Okay, so just getting all those stuck down. I use glossy accents to stick these in place. Usually that holds them fairly securely. Sequins are a funny thing, aren't they? They're not flexible, so they can ping off. They're also a bit domed, so that doesn't help either because they don't have a full flat surface to stick to. But they all seem to be holding in place at the moment, which is good. There we go, a little shake test there to make sure there's no loose ones. I put the sunglasses in under my photo. That is a piece of ephemera, and just raising that on foam pads. He's wearing his sunglasses. He's on holiday. He's on a boat in the middle of the sea. So this all just... I just felt that it all came together really quite nicely, actually. I really love the layout. The way that it turned out, so even though I was sad not to use that rainbow print. Okay, so I'm nearly finished phase 1, and I'm just going to add some splatters of white paint. I use a white acrylic paint around my photo. So I was thinking of going all over, but I decided against that and just decided to go around the photo. So above and below, so I've over all the embellishments, and I'm just on some of those colours as well. Right, so this is phase 2, when I'm home and reunited with my Bramble Fox embellishments. So I'm just got that Fun Ahoy title, which I knew was going to be the perfect title for this layout. I've just pulled off my Thickers title, which are fabulous, by the way. Pink foam with silver glitter finish. Really, really lovely. So I have I peeled those off because I did think about putting Fun Ahoy somewhere else, but it really needed to be on a bit of a straighter edge. So it wouldn't have worked anywhere else on the layout. So it had to go where my Thickers title was. So I just peeled them off because they're foam. They peel off really nicely. And I've put that set sail down the bottom. Fun Ahoy has therefore gone at the top and is the main photo, really. Sorry, the main title. Sorry, I don't know if you're seeing flashes. My screen keeps flashing as I'm recording this voiceover, so I'm sorry if you're getting flashes as well. And I've just added a couple of other embellishments by Bramble Fox to the passport, and a little camera icon as well. I love that blue colour, the denim colour, and the pink as well. Just all goes perfectly well with this collection too. So I'm just finishing off with a few more white splatters to make sure that those extra embellishments have fitted in nicely with my original layout. Okay, so there we go. That is the layout complete. I really hope that you have enjoyed seeing this layout come together. I really thoroughly enjoyed making it. Make sure you check out the Jen Hadfield Stardust collection in GoGo Shopaway online shop. All right, thank you so very much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for GoGo Shopaway.